morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back and happy Money Monday. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, investors from everywhere across the globe, from East Coast to West Coast, North to South, Florida to Canada. Traders, we are getting ourselves ready to go. It is a big week ahead, and obviously I am absolutely jacked on up. You didn't see me last week. We had Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day for anyone that I did not see or was able to tell you. But we are here now, ready to rock and roll. Man, when a Monday comes around, like this is the greatest thing about stock trading. When a Monday comes around, I treat it like a Friday. Obviously, the normal person, the normal folk, they get excited for their Friday. Their Friday finally shows on up and they say, yes, I'm finally going to be able to take on off. I can enjoy my Friday night. I can sleep in on a Saturday morning. I can relax and watch some football on a Sunday. For me, Friday comes around, I get upset. Friday comes around, ladies and gentlemen, that means I can't trade anymore. That means I can't be watching the markets. That means I can't be alerting. I can't be getting after it. This is the greatest job in the world. If you are not excited to wake up on a Monday morning, you got to make a change. Because remember, we spend 80% of our lives at our job. We spend 80% of our time usually throughout a day being in front of a computer or again, trying to make that salary. So why not do something that pushes you? Why not do something that is you're passionate about? Why not do something that you have that fire in you that you just want to get better and better and better? Because I'll tell you right now, for anyone who does not know, I'm 31 years old. I started stock trading when I was around 20. Guys, I've been doing this for 11 years now. And the thing is, that fire, that me wanting to wake up early on a Monday morning, it hasn't dimmed down whatsoever. If anything, it's igniting even more now. I'm getting a little bit nervous on where it's going to be at when I'm 40, when I'm 41, 45, 50. The thing is, team, I'm excited to wake up every single day. And how could you not be over here on StockTwits, one of the largest, best-looking platforms in the world? Guys, let's get ourselves ready to go. So for everyone who's kicking off their money morning right now, making sure you guys are looking forward to a Money Monday, getting your omelets and toast, getting a little bit of cranberry and orange juice. Everyone take a moment, smash that thumbs on up right now. Show me that you guys are excited to be here. And let's talk about today. Let's dive into in the next hour straight, going over every single play, going over step by step what you want to be looking at, step by step what you want to be focused on. So traders, as you guys can tell, what's the big one that's stepping on up right here? LYRA. LYRA already, traders. Whoa. We are seeing a play that has now gone from $5 to $40. I always like to play the what if game. Some people get mad at the what if game. What if you invested 1,000 shares at $5? Some people say, well, Dek, you know, it makes me feel bad. For me, it motivates me. It shows you what is humanly possible. I always bring up this analogy, or not even an analogy, but just like a perspective talk. You ever see someone, you ever go down to a beach in Florida? You ever go down to anywhere on the West Coast or the East Coast or anywhere, and then you look at these giant houses and you say, how in the world does someone afford this? It's right here. It's from the markets. It's from stock trading. For anyone who really does not know, I'm going to give you an answer that I learned when I was 19, 18 years old, when I was starting to follow or find my investment journey. I literally just typed it on Google. And I remember being a freshman in college and typing it on Google, how to get rich, how to make money. That's where this whole journey for myself started. 3 things came on up. If you want to actually become wealthy, you need to either A, start a business, B, get involved in real estate, or C, you have to get involved in the stock market. Nearly every single, other than athletes probably, other than like a professional quarterback or something like that, every single person who has extreme wealth is in one of these 3 categories. They either own a business, they are involved in real estate, or they're investing into the stock market. Obviously, where did I go? I went right into the stock market. That was intriguing to me. It was exciting to me. It was crazy to think about someone in their dorm room could make $100,000. That inspired me more than you could ever believe. And you might say, well, Dek, how often does that happen? How often does someone who's 19, 20 years old or 30 or 40 can all of a sudden make $100,000 in one day? Well, here's your proof. Take a look over on LYRA right here. LYRA just went from the price of $4.50 and spiked all the way up towards $40. So let's just take a second here. If you had a $4,500 account this morning, and let's say all of a sudden LYRA came on out with a press release and you jumped in on this play with 1,000 shares, you could have been able to make $35,000 already this morning off of LYRA. That's what's so amazing about these smaller cap, low float plays. They go crazy. These plays are the ones that I have been able to make a living off of. People, sure, people like to trade Apple. People like to trade Tesla. People say, oh yeah, I like trading NVIDIA. NVIDIA's fun. But the thing is, guys, I like the craziness. I like the activeness. I like seeing plays go from $4 to $40, seeing life-changing money. And you can go on the upside, you can go on the downside, you can go ahead and look for a dip buy off these plays. But that's what's so amazing about these stocks. And remember, sure, it might be difficult to be able to nail the bottom to the top, but who here could go from $4 maybe to $10? Or maybe again, you see it at $10 and you ride it up to $20. Or you see it at $20, you ride it up to $38. And you go to $40 and you short it back down to $28. Sure, to nail it from penny to penny, low to high, is probably unrealistic. But you could definitely get a great meat of the move. All right, Dek, I have $5,000 in my account. Okay, the stock went from, again, the price of $4 all the way up to $10. $6 later, you finally see the play. You buy the stock with, again, 500 shares. The stock runs up to $20 and you get out. Guess what? You just made 5,000 bucks. Hey, pretty awesome to make 5,000 bucks from the time of 7 a.m. to, again, to the time of 7:20. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Traders, I will say this. My dad, he is a very, very, and so is my mom. He extremely hard work ethic people. They say, hey, you put in the work, you will get rewarded for it. You put in the work, you will get paid for it. And I always thought to myself, yeah, that's true. If I work hard, I'm going to be successful. But it's also about working hard in the correct field. And I stress that so much because, again, it's very tough to be able to watch. It's very tough and a little like it brings it back down to reality a little bit. When my mom and dad were teachers, they worked at a high school, a middle school, they were teachers. They truly cared. My mom would be up grading papers until 3 a.m., really wanting her kids to be able to learn. Guess what? She got paid the same amount as someone who just rolled in a TV, popped in a movie, and said, hey, you guys watch whatever you want. I'm going to go over here and play solitaire. Right? Two different types of teachers. One who actually taught. One, again, who just said, watch this movie. Guess what? They're both leaving with $60,000 at the end of the year or whatever it is, you know? But still, I saw the work ethic there. Still, I saw, again, how passionate, how much, again, people wanted it. So when it comes on down to stock trading, this is a job that if you are content and you're just saying to yourself, I'm here and hopefully someone just gives me money. Again, just go sign a salary contract where, again, you can be lazy and still get paid, right? That's fine. But if you are a person, if you have that mindset, if you have that inner work ethic where, again, it's 7:30 in the morning right now, I'm sure every single person has this work ethic where you're actually saying, hey, I want to get paid based off my work ethic. I want to get paid because I know I'm going to do more than other people. This is a perfect job for you. This is the perfect place to be because you got to remember something here, team. I hate, and you probably hate. And again, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like a dick to people, but if I'm working 10 times harder than you, I'm going to be a little angry if you make the same amount of money than me. So the thing is, yes, I see it as a competition. When I'm here on StockTwits, when I'm over on TradeCaster, I am so happy when I see people make money in my community, over on TradeCaster, when I see people making bank. But at the same time, if someone's making $10,000 and I'm down, let's say $200, I am scratching my head and saying, okay, I need to step it up. Okay, again, someone's doing more than me. You got to have a little competitive edge in you. I can almost bet that every single person that is here in the market right now, every single person here that is day trading, every single person here that wants to become a stock trader, you got a little competitive fire in you. Maybe back in high school, maybe back in college, you were part of the track team or the soccer team or the basketball team or the football team. Or again, you just enjoy that competition. You enjoy playing some sort of sport or whatever it may be. You don't like to allow yourself to just be lazy. And because again, obviously, you showing up right now shows it. It proves it. You're not a lazy person. You got that little inner fire inside you. So, LYRA right here, this is, again, just a perfect example of why this play goes on this big rip, run, spike, and climb. Now, again, it just comes on down to the basics, the fundamentals of stock trading, the fundamentals of day trading. Day trading. Again, when it comes on down to what is the three most important points, there is three most important points when it comes down to stock trading. And that is number one, you have to have a lower float. Traders, if you do not have a low float, you will not be able to succeed in finding big-time breakouts, big-time spikes, and big-time moves. The only way that you are going to be able to see these monster plays is if you filter out the lowest floats. So again, let's come on over here to Yahoo Finance. Make it very simple. Yahoo Finance, we go over to LYRA right here. We can go on down to statistics. And right when we click statistics, we scroll on down and what do we see here? Float. 940,000. That means there's less than 1 million in float. For anyone who does not know either, the easy gauge is anything under 5 million in float is extremely low. Now, float is the shares offered to the public. It's the shares available for us. if there is less than 5 million in float, that is small or a low float. That means when you have big volume and big attention, everyone is going to be fighting for the shares available. Think about it as a Black Friday sale. Imagine again, it's 2002. There's again one Xbox left on Christmas Eve, and 10 parents promised little Timmy that he's coming home with an Xbox. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to be an all-out brawl, right? If I promised little Timmy that I was getting him an Xbox back in 2002, and again, I go to Walmart and all of a sudden I see 5, 10, 20 other parents who also promised their kids, and we're all staring again down the Walmart hall, and then there's one Xbox left. I'm being an athlete. I'm being a D1 wide receiver. I am running my heart out, and again, they're going to try to catch me. I'm going to dive. I'm going to catch it. They're going to jump up on me. I'm going to be throwing elbows, getting myself through, holding it tight, running through the line. You know what I mean? It's going to be all out madness. And the thing is, it's because there's a high demand and there's a very low supply. Now, let's imagine that, of course, with stock trading. In stock trading at this moment, traders, this right here, LYRA, is an absolutely insane play. On a normal day, right? On a normal day over on LYRA, there is how much volume? 60,000 shares that usually go through on this play. 60,000 shares usually throughout a 8-hour day go through on this play. How many are we at right now? LYRA, if we take a look at the volume right now, it's 5.6 million. 5.6 million shares have already gone through in the volume. So guys, how crazy is that to take a look at? On a normal day, 60,000 shares go through. Already today, 5.6 million. So we have, I don't even know how much, 30x times our normal volume on a very low supply that's available. So low supply, high demand, stock goes on a very big spike, stock goes on a very big rip and run. You can now understand what makes this 500% spike. You can now understand what leads to this very big rip. It's because of the low float. But remember, if you're saying, well, Dek, why does it have 5.6 million in volume right now? That is because, of course, it does have news, right? And at the end of the day, you always have to have some sort of reasoning. People just don't buy in on plays that just go on these quick little spikes and rips and runs for no reason whatsoever. You guys could see right here, it says LYRA 500% gain this morning. LYRA reports positive results from phase 2 trials. If you guys have been working with me for any amount of time, you already know phase 3 trials is a great keyword. You have keywords to look for. Positive results, that's a good keyword. Phase 3 trials, that's a good keyword. Achieving results, that's a good word. Primary endpoints, that's a good word. Traders, if you want to be in the game of making $40,000 a day, you have to know these keywords and hot press releases. We know these hot press releases come out at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. And when we take a look at this, let's just go over right here, right? Let's just take a look at this right here. These are hot keywords over on Fox Runner. It says 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star words right here. Okay? What do we have on our 4-star words? What do we have? And let's kind of just compare at this moment so we can completely understand what we have. All right? So I'm going to take a screenshot of, really quickly, I'm going to take a screenshot. Actually, I'm just going to bring this on over. So this is the press release that we have here. Let's see if, again, this is correct. Let's see if Fox Runner has this correct here. We have reports positive results. Okay? 3-star word, positive, right there. 3-star word, positive. Positive results on what? Positive results on phase 3 trials. Okay, positive results on phase 3 trials. Okay, awesome. So we literally have the number 1 and number 2 best keywords out of the 3-star words right there. Then what else do we have here? We also have the word achieving statistical significant results. Okay, so we have the word achieving. Now, where is the word achieving? I believe achievement or achieving is on here. That's, again, a 2-star word. Look at this. Achieves or achievements. Okay, that's very nice. So it's achieving what? It's achieving significant, very important, significant results. So far already, if you're wondering, why is LYRA going on a 500% spike already this morning? Well, guys, we already have it. It's positive. Phase 3 trials that shows that they are achieving significant results on what? On its primary endpoints. Primary endpoints. Okay, you're telling me primary endpoints, the only 4-star words there are? Endpoint, endpoints, primary endpoints. Guys, It is not shocking when you break down why these plays go on such big spikes. It is not shocking when you're asking yourself, "Oh, Decky, I don't know why stocks go on big time rips and runs. Why is it? Is it all random, or is there a reason on why it moves?" Kind of went from like, kind of went from a little slow guy accent there to like a like a Frenchman. So what we have here, traders, is you need to study, because it's the same thing every single day. It's the same thing. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I win on every single trade, because I don't, and that would be a lie. I do not win on every single trade. I do not win on every single play that I jump involved in. But I will say I win a lot. That's the reason why, again, I'm here on StockTwits. Because again, StockTwits knows that, of course, I've been in the game for a long time. I'm well known in the day trading space. And it's because I've had great alerts. It's because I've had great trades. It's because I live stream my trades and I do it in front of you. It's because, of course, all of this information and education I have. Guess what, team? It is the same thing for the last 10 years straight, that if you study this list, you do not need to even read the press release. You don't need to read the press releases. You just need to know what are the key words inside the press release. So let's just, let's be frank with each other. Do I know anything about actually LYRA's drug results? If we again, let me turn that off right quick. If we again head on over towards LYRA right here, right? And you say LYRA reports positive results in the enlightening phase 2 trials of LYR 210, achieving statistical results on primary, key, secondary endpoints, chronic rhinoceros, whatever. Guys, I have no idea what any of this stuff means. I have no idea, again, what they're talking about. But it's just about keywords. Remember, am I doing a long-term investing on this play? No, not at all. I'm not becoming a long-term investor. All I'm looking for is, what are other traders, what is the mob going to think about this play? How is the mob going to react? The mob is the majority of buyers in the market. You're awake right now. I'm awake right now. Eddie's awake right now. Vanessa's awake right now. Hundreds and thousands of other traders are awake right now, trying to find the big time spike of the day. All you have to do every day is, when you wake up, you look for the hot news. When you look for the hot news, you look for these hot keywords. You find these hot keywords. Who cares what is in the rest of this press release? You see, again, positive achieving results on, again, phase 3 trials, and it comes out at 7 a.m. You pull the trigger right away on this play, because right at 7 a.m., guess what happens? It all of a sudden gets that little pop, and then it starts getting a little more and starts getting a little more. It's a game of first come, first served, okay? So that's what it all comes on down to. First come, first served. Once again, you find these hot plays, you're going to be able to make the most amount of money. This is why that I am here at, again, the time of 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. This is the reason why I am up at this moment. Now, again, some people don't like being up this early. For me, guess what? I like being up this early, because this is the biggest spike of the day. You're not going to see the spike this big during the actual day. This only happens in pre-market. Now, again, why is that? Because, guys, guess what happens at the start of the day? At the start of the day, you start seeing a spike. It gets halted. How many times have you ever seen a stock spike on up and all of a sudden gets halted for 5 minutes? Then again, it gaps up a little bit and comes crashing on down. Stocks cannot get halted in pre-market or in after hours. So if these plays are, again, opening on up and we see big squeezes, big pops, big rips, and big runs, it's just pure momentum. These stocks can go sky high. All right. And what about BMGL today? BMGL, that was a previous top gainer today. BMGL, $5 spiked all the way up towards $11 this morning, right? And it's just because, like, there's nothing to slow it down. In pre-market is when we get a lot of hot action, right? If you are a person that usually sleeps until 9:30 and wakes up and says, "Oh, all right, I want to get the best play of the day. Oh, wow, LYRA looks great." LYRA already made its move. Right now, again, you're getting scraps and you're getting a gamble, right? You want to try to limit your risk as much as possible. So how do you limit your risk as much as possible? That is going to be, of course, buying as low as you possibly can. So if you think about it and you say, Deck, all right, I want to limit my risk as much as possible, what is the best way to trade stocks? Well, if I want to buy stocks, the greatest way for me to lower my risk is to get a low entry. Guess what? If this, let's just imagine, team. Let's imagine this. Let's imagine that this is the floor. Okay, that's the floor right here. And you say, I don't want to hurt myself. Okay, I'm going to have to jump off. For whatever reason, I am going to have to jump off, let's say, these ledges, and I don't want to hurt my legs. If I, again, jump off a ledge that is only, let's say, 2 feet high, and I land, I'm not going to hurt my legs. If I jump off a ledge that is, again, a little bit higher, let's say 5 feet, ooh, I might get a little sting, right? What if I had to jump off like a 3-story building? Guys, I mean, I'm probably going to break my legs the moment this lands. Think about this now with stock trading. If I get involved on a play down this low, right, and it comes out with positive phase 3 trials that have achieved significant results, what is the worst thing that's going to happen? Is a stock going to come out with positive phase 3 trials and, again, all of a sudden go on a massive crash? Most likely not. Could it happen? Sure. Anything can happen in the stock market. But the thing is, the closer you get to the floor, the less risk you have, right? Now imagine if all of a sudden you miss out on the press release and it spikes again and it's an hour later and it's up 500% and you buy right now. Well, what happens, guys? People chase, they get emotional, they get FOMO, they buy at the very tippity top, and then guess what? Now they're jumping off a building at this moment, free fall, and smashing their legs. The longer you wait to get involved in a play, the more risk you have. The longer you wait, the higher this building is that you're jumping off. And you're hoping, oh, okay, I hope everything's going to be okay. But the thing is, guys, the higher the building is, the more room there is to fall. The higher the building is, the more money you have to lose. The higher the stock is, the more risk you have. So in stock trading, I'll tell you guys right now, it's almost a game of opposites. Now, what do I mean by a game of opposites? And it's so tough because everyone makes this mistake. Every single trader makes this mistake. Let's say this is stock XYZ right here, okay? This is stock XYZ right here. Guess what? No one's heard of XYZ. And a couple days go by, nothing on XYZ. And then let's say, again, a couple of weeks go by, and it starts moving on up. Now let's say an entire month goes by, and it starts climbing. Now let's say an entire year goes by, and then now it's a very big top gainer. Let's say it's like a big play. Let's say this stock has gone from $0 and is now all the way up at $100. And people are, again, yapping about XYZ. Oh, XYZ, are you going to buy in? Oh, man, it's the best play ever, XYZ. Oh, wow, the stock went from $0 to $100. I can't wait to buy in here and here and here. What are we doing? Well, XYZ went from $0 to $100. I'm buying in. Guys, you're right here. For some reason or another, whenever new traders or investors who do not know about the stock market, they see a stock go from, let's say, $1 to $100, or let's say, again, they look at Tesla and it goes from $200 to $600, and they say, wow, I'm buying in. You are buying in at the absolute worst time. When stocks are at record highs, you run in the opposite direction. When stocks are at record lows, you get involved in these plays, guys. Like, I mean, you could take a look at any example. Let's take a look at, Tesla, for example, here. Again, I have no idea, but let's just take a look. Let's go back to like a weekly chart and let's get involved in Tesla here. Tesla. All right, Dek, let's just say this, right? And again, it could all depend on however long you want to trade. But let's say, again, Tesla goes on this massive rip and run and people are saying, wow, Tesla's gone from 190 and spiked all the way up to 400. Guess what? It's very emotional. It's FOMO. How many people are buying in at the top right here after, again, Tesla goes bang, bang, bang. And you say, yes, Tesla's the best. And then guess what shortly happens? It crashes on down. And then what happens down here? Down here at this very bottom, this is where everyone on the internet says, oh, I hate Tesla. Tesla, did you hold that play? You're a loser. Oh, right? And then all of a sudden, Tesla starts spiking its way back on up. And people say, did you not buy Tesla yet? You didn't get involved in Tesla yet? You're missing out. Oh, I can't believe you missed out on this play. So you say, man, it must be spiking back on up. So you buy back on in. And then it crashes and falls all the way back on down. And then again, everyone comes out on the internet and says, who the heck bought Tesla? Tesla's a shit company. Right? That's what we see all the time. And then all of a sudden, Tesla starts spiking all the way back on up. And people say, man, Tesla's the greatest company in the world. It's the best. It's the best. And then it comes crashing all the way back on down. Right? So the thing is, team, when you guys in stock trading, right? In stock trading, when you see record highs, you get the heck out of there. You take profits, or you start shorting, or you start whatever. But the thing is, team, for some reason or another, people see record highs, the most risk possible, the highest the building has ever been, guaranteed gonna break my legs and turn me into a double amputee, right? And then guess what happens? We always buy at the very tippy top. Traders, that is the worst thing that you could ever do, right? Same exact thing. It's opposite now when I take a look at blue chips. Every single person knows at this point, right? I bought in on what place? You guys already know. I don't want to sit here and talk about it forever, but I jumped in on Google. Where? at the lowest point possible, Monday, April 7th. I jumped in on Palantir. Where at? On again, the lowest point possible on Monday, April 7th. I jumped in at again VST at the lowest point possible on Monday, April 7th. I jumped in over on Apple at the lowest point possible back on Monday, April 7th. Every single one of these plays, 12 different stocks, 5 of them over in the Magnificent 7. I got in at the perfect day, Monday, April 7th. I have all my P&Ls over on Twitter. If you don't believe me, I again even have the live stream of me entering all of them on Monday, April 7th. Now, why in the world did I get involved over on everything right here? Because this is the complete opposite. Traders, take a look at what the S&P 500 was doing. The S&P 500 was coming on down to its 200 weekly moving average. Take a look at this red line here. Everyone can clearly see this red line, correct? Notice what we have here. Bounce play off the red line. Notice this was back in 2018, right? We raised interest rates, the market fell. We bounced off the 200 weekly moving average. You guys can see back in 2020 during the pandemic, we got a little crack underneath it, then bounced right back above it. Take a look what happened in 2022. We came back on down, we bounced right off of it. Traders, what did I just say? Didn't I say when you come down to the floor, you have very limited risk? Didn't I say when you come down to the floor and you got to jump off a little tiny ledge, you're not going to break your ankles, you're going to be absolutely fine? Guess what I saw when the S&P 500, the top 500 companies in the United States overall, was right next to the floor? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pulling the trigger, right? I literally have all my account statements right here, and you kind of can't see it right quick. I'm actually going to turn off my one light so you can even see it a little better. Let's see if this helps here. There you go. So, those right there, traders, those are my account statements right here. These are my account statements. And it's all because, again, entering those positions, I wanted you guys to be able to see them all. And it just came on down to the pure fact of, hey, that play right there, it's because we have limited risk. Remember this, stock trading is a game of opposites. Say it to yourself right now. Stock trading is a game of opposites. When everyone is telling me to buy Bitcoin, it might be because it's at its high. When everyone's telling me to buy this stock, it's probably because it's at a high. The moment I start getting FOMO and I feel like I'm missing out, walk away from the screen, walk away from the computer, walk away from everything, right? That's when, again, you have to move on. Or you reverse and you go ahead and look for a short on it. So again, I want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go, and make sure that every single person understands it. Now, coming on up, we do have the 8 a.m. press release, guys, in the next 8 a.m. press release in the next minute and a half here. I will say, I know I saw earlier the new scanner that I use every single day, FoxRunner, they're again fixing a bug right here, fixing an issue. So I don't believe that is fixed just yet, but that's where I get all my news every single day. So for everyone that's always wondering, hey, Dek, where do you get your news every single day? I do get it over on FoxRunner. Oh, and it looks like it's all fixed now. Never mind. Okay, perfect timing. So again, we are all set, ready to go. But this is where I get my news every single morning. So again, just a little heads on up. This is what you want to do. Go over to news, okay? Click news right here. Then everyone go over to additional filters. Go to float. Put in 0 to about 17 million in float. Why 17 million? Just giving us the lower float plays. Now we know news is also going to come out at 8 o'clock in the morning. LYRA, number 1 top gainer. VERA, number 2. And we're going to get all the news coming towards us every single day. We have all of our hot keywords that we're looking at. We have our filters right here. We have, again, these rating words as well. Let's see what we get at 8 a.m. Let's see if we get anything big. Man, I'm excited. Let's see if we get anything that can take on off. See if we get any sort of big volume, big hype, and that next leg, that next momentum. 8 a.m. is here right now. Let's see what type of press releases are going to be coming on through. I might have to add. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Let's see here, traders. Let's see if we get anything that is going to be taking on off, any sort of big buying volume right now. I want to see what we can get. No, and you can see there's still a little bit of that bug that they're trying to fix. So I'm excited to see it. Let's just watch to see if we get any sort of news. There is, again, WETO. WETO talks about an XRP Treasury agreement. XRP Treasury Management Agreement over on WETO. I just want to take a look real quick. See if that gets a spike. Guys, recently we have been seeing a lot of crypto plays go on spikes. So WTEO, just be aware, we have an XRP press release right now. XRP is a very popular cryptocurrency. We have been seeing a lot of cryptocurrency stocks go on very big spikes. Keep WTO on the back burner right now. Might start stealing some hype. Guys, take a look at it right now. Look at it go. Look at it go, guys. Look at it go. And this is the thing that I want to teach you, okay? This is what I just want you guys to be aware of at this moment. All right, look at this, guys. Look at this. All right, so can stock trading be easy at times? Yes, it can be, right? It definitely can be easy at times. Let's see if this breaks $5. I hope it goes to $5 plus. But for anyone who does not know, like, Dek, how are you doing this? How can you find these plays? How can you find these stocks? How can you find these rips and runs? Again, all I'm doing, traders, and it's not difficult, is we have WETO, which again, come on out with the word XRP. Well, you guys see how XRP is highlighted right here? XRP is highlighted. Why is that? Because I, again, made it so whenever the word XRP comes on out, it gets highlighted for me. Why did I put that? Because I know, again, XRP has been a hot press release. I also have the word agreement right here. And let me move myself, make myself a little bit tinier. I have the word agreement. So there's an XRP press release with another hot word I have, agreement. So XRP and agreement are highlighted for me the moment they come on out. It's also obviously a low float stock because those are the only plays I have, low float plays. We have a $300 million XRP agreement. That's easy. So again, all it comes on down to, for anyone who does not know, is we do have our main words, right? Main words. One of those main words is going to be the word agreement. I even added the word agreement so it gets highlighted for me. And I know XRP, or again, cryptocurrency plays have been very hot recently. So they have had a very nice spike and rip and run. So I definitely want to make sure that you guys understand that. And look what XRP just did, guys. WETO. WTO just went from $3 all the way up towards $6.50. Let's just play the what if game here for a second. The what if game is, imagine if you had $3,000. If you had $3,000 and you jumped in on this play at the price of $3 and you just held it up towards, again, $6, let's play pop quiz. How much money would you have made? You would have just made $3,500. You would have doubled your account in the last 4 minutes if, of course, you jumped in over on WTO. But again, you can't. The higher the play goes, the higher the building is, the more risk there is. So WTO, when we first brought it up at $3, $3.50, $4, the building's not as high. The longer you wait, stock ran on up almost 120%, right? It's still trying to fight at this $5 mark right now. Guess what? If this thing can keep on going up, great. But at the same time, the higher you go, the more risk there's going to be. Traders, WTO right here coming up towards around 550. But this is how I make a living right here, guys. This is how I make a living. This is how, again, I trade stocks every single morning. Number one, you know what time hot news is coming out. Number two, you watch again for the hot news. Number three, you know what to look for in the hot news. Number four, you pull the trigger when the hot news comes. WETO is trying to spike its way on up to $6 plus, and bada boom, you're all set. Like it's the same thing every day for the last 10 years. It's the same thing. Now, as you guys know, coming on up here, for anyone who doesn't, you might have noticed, for anyone, let's say, who doesn't follow me as closely, okay? Over the last probably, over the last probably week and a half, I really haven't traded that much, right? Over the last 2 weeks, I really haven't traded whatsoever. Over the last 6 months, I've only traded small money. I've only traded small accounts. We've done small account challenges. Back in October, we turned a $5,000 account into $14,100. We were able to make almost a 300% return on our account. Not too bad, not too shabby. We did that again back in September of last year. October to the end of the year, we were able to, again, go from $5,000 to $14,100. Then we took a 2-week break. And then at the beginning of this year, we did the small account challenge again. We turned $5,000 this time into about $10,500, doubling our account. So again, we weren't able to turn it. I will be honest. We didn't turn it from 5,000 to 100,000, but we did do one account, 5,000 to 14,100, and the other one was 5,000 to 10,400. Both those small accounts are great. Both those small accounts are amazing opportunities. But at the same time, team, I'm itching, and I'm eager, and I'm excited, and I'm ready to go back to a large account. I'm ready to trade big money, and not only that, I'm ready to short and go against these plays. Now, again, while we see WTO go on a massive spike, guess what? People also take profits and start crashing all the way back on down. Traders, this is also something you need to understand right here and right now. These are not long-term investments. They are, and I'm just going to get, you ever see the Training Day before with Denzel Washington? And again, like Denzel is the detective, and basically Ethan Hawke is sitting there and be like, it can't be like this, man. Like, it just can't be like this. This can't be how it is. After Denzel basically shows him like all this inside dirty cop work. And he's like, that's how it is, baby. This is the truth, right? This is kind of, again, how stock trading works a lot of times. A lot of times in your mind as a trader, you say to yourself, oh, I buy a stock and then, haha, I make money off the stock after years of growth, right? And sure, there is that, department. But again, when it comes on down towards a lot of these press releases and low float rippers and runners, it all comes on down to a greedy game. First come, first serve on the way up. And after, again, it spikes 100 to 150%, guess what? Back on down we go, right? Take a look over on LYRA. LYRA goes on a massive spike. First, again, few minutes. First, again, whatever. Starts going on this huge climb. LYRA went supernova, ballistic. And then guess what happened? People are happy with their money. People are happy with their grains. Back on down we go. Does anyone ever notice that usually the top gainers from the previous day come crashing back on down? Has anyone noticed that usually the top gainers every single morning come crashing back on down? These are not long-term investments. It is a greedy game out here where people say, what's the hot news? Okay, stock XYZ. I don't care what stock XYZ is. Came out with positive data. I'm buying it. Foom, 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 foom. Okay, I'm taking my profits. Yeah, I'm taking my profits. I'm taking my profits. If you're late, you're going to lose. If you're unprepared, you're going to lose. If you buy at the top, you're going to lose. You have two options to be successful in this game. You study the hot news, you get involved in the hot news, you make the hot money right away. Or number two, you recognize you're late. You're saying, I'm a little bit slow, I'm a little bit late, I'm not getting in as quickly as I can, and then you short and you go against them, which means you bet as the stock falls on down. Now, again, you might say, oh, Dek, everyone check right now. Can you short WETO? On your broker, can you short WETO? And the answer right now, you might say yes, you might say no. Betting against it, making money as the stock falls. Well, the thing is, team, today, I'm also going to be making a very big announcement. Today is going to be the day where I'm letting you guys know that I have been able to make a deal with a broker that is going to allow you to short 99% of stocks out there. Doesn't matter the price, doesn't matter, again, what it's doing, doesn't matter the volatility, you are going to be able to short every single one of these plays. So again, even if shorting is not, let's say, your thing, why not have that available for you, right? Why not have that available for you? Why miss out, right? And people are like, oh, Dek, you love shorting so much. I love shorting. It's how I've been able to make the most amount of money I've ever been able to make in my life. In 2021, as you guys know, I made the most amount of money in my life. That was $552,000, right? And I've shown this video, I've shown those P&Ls, a ton. But for anyone just who hasn't seen it, it's literally right here. You guys could see a live login of my, again, P&Ls, a live breakdown. And you guys can see it's $552,000. This is back in 2021 right here, showing you guys absolutely everything you need to see. And then, of course, you could see every single month broken on down. That was from, again, doing this strategy. Buying hot news, spiking them on up, and then if I missed it, I just shorted it right back on down. Let's think about this, guys. Why not have that extra availability? Why not? Some people are so against shorting, and I just don't understand it. Some people are so against shorting, and they say to themselves, oh, I don't want to bet against stocks that fall. I only want to see them go up. Why? Like, why not have the availability that if you're late, which again, we all will be at some point, allow us to bet against it, right? It would be like, you being, let's say, again, you're being born, right? You're being born, and we have the option to just have a right hand, or we have the option to have a right hand and a left hand. Why would we not want to have two hands? Nope, just give me a right hand. All I need is a right hand. Well, why not be able to use both hands, right? So the thing is, I want to make money as stocks go up, and as stocks form these big upper shadows, they come crashing all the way back on down. As stocks go on these very big spikes to the upside, we know, again, they could be great reversals back to the downside as well. And that's where we can make so much money. That's where we can make so much cash. That's where we can be able to see every single play be able to come crashing back on down, right? So that is absolutely huge. Ladies and gentlemen, little sign up right now for everyone that's enjoying this, for everyone that's watching, for everyone that's tuning in bright and early this morning. Make sure, again, you hit that smash on up. And again, we're live over on StockTwits. I want everyone, of course, StockTwits to be able to see all the people that are loving the stream every single day. So again, smash that thumbs on up right now if you guys are enjoying this, gaining value, understanding it, bringing this passion. I'm sweating bullets over here. You know why? Because I'm full of passion, baby. Again, you probably woke up this morning and said, man, I didn't know what I was going to get myself into watching Sean Dekmar stream today. Well, I'll show you what you're getting into. You're getting a 31-year-old man bringing the love across a webcam right now. It's bright and early in this morning. Lower the shades, lock the door, kick out the loved ones. It's just me and you, dialed in, locked in, eye contact to eye contact. Woo! Let's do it, baby. So, LYRA, starting to fade, starting to fall. And as I said, just a little heads on up. Today, I will be announcing the broker information. So I want every single person, because I worked so hard on this. I really did, guys. I worked so hard on this to get you guys deals for everything. 50% off commissions, free platform, short locates on every single stock. Every single person, take advantage of it today. If you don't, again, I can only again help you so far. But again, today, take advantage. It doesn't matter if you have $50,000 or $5,000. Take advantage of the deal later on today. And again, I want to make sure that you guys are all set. Also, for anyone who does not know, I am doing my large account starting 7 days from now. Right here, June 9th is when I'm starting. Why 1 week from now? Because I want everyone to be able to set up their broker so that they can start shorting with me. So that's why I'm telling you later on today. That's why I'm going to be going over it into full detail, and you guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. But I want every single person to have a full week to set up a broker, put money in it so they can short and get after it. That's why, again, we're waiting 5 more days before, again, we get after it here. So with this week, awesome, but next week is where the real fun really kicks on off. I'll be shorting a $30,000 account, and again, trying to make as much money as I made for 2021. We have a goal set, 552,000. Now it comes on down to breaking that number. Break that number. Break 552,000, and we're there. That's the target. LYRA traders, getting ourselves repaired on this day. LYRA starting to fade itself back on up, spike. IMCC. Look at this, guys. Look at IMCC. Look at these stocks rip and run here today. Look at these plays just go absolutely ballistic here today. Look at these stocks just go absolutely crazy. Now, I will say, IMCC, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see any news. I don't see any news on IMCC. What I do see on IMCC, though, is what? IMCC, I do see a nice run up. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and we just saw a massive explosion. We just saw a massive rip and run. We just saw, again, a massive climb right here. So IMCC, this play just went from $10 to $20. Guess what? You buy at the very top. Look at the greedy game out here. Look at all the greedy bastards out here, team. Everyone makes their quick money and dumps it on down. You got to change your mindset. This is not, again, trading the S&P 500. This is where winners win and losers lose. This is where the big dogs come out to play. Look what just happened with IMCC. Massive spike up, massive dump on down. This is why I'm so damn excited to start shorting in 7 days. Because IMCC, if you're late and you're saying, Dek, how can anyone catch that? It's too quick. Then get ready to short it and it comes crashing on down. Take a look, of course, over on WETO. Dek, again, I missed the spike. Get ready. It's going to be crashing all the way back on down. Oh, Dek, I missed LYRA. It's okay. Get ready to crash back on down. If you are not a full-time stock trader right now, if you are not a person that's winning constantly, if you are not a person that is breaking out and making tons of money, make a change. There are some people that I speak to, and again, I don't mean to call you out right here. You might be one of these people. There are people that I speak to that they say, hey, Dek, I'm signing up to Tradecaster. I can't wait to watch you trade every single day. I'm excited to watch you trade your large account. I'm excited for this coming on up next week. And I say, great. And I say, oh, well, how long have you been trading for? Are you a new trader? And they say, no, I'm not a new trader. I've been trading for the last 5 years. And I say, okay, great. So you're like a full-time stock trader? And they say, well, no, I've never made money. Is there anyone here, again, that's slowly raising their hand? Oh, yeah, I've been trading for the last 3 years, and I have never made money before. Oh, I've been trading the last 5 years, and I'm still unprofitable. Well, obviously, what you're doing at this moment isn't working. Obviously, and again, I don't want to be the harsh guy to give you the truth right here, but whatever you're doing right now isn't working. Imagine if you're like, oh, I go to the gym every single day for the last 5 years, and I'm still 700 pounds. Obviously, again, I don't want to be this guy, but what you're doing isn't working. Right? Let's go ahead and switch it on up. So for anyone that right now is saying, a lot of this sounds great, but I'm a little nervous. I think I'm going to stick to my options. Okay, so you've lost for the last 5 years straight, and again, you still want to stick with your options? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But if I were you and I was hiring a trainer for the last 5 years and I'm still 800 pounds sticking chocolate bars up my butt, I would probably, again, want a new trainer, right? So the thing is, team, it just comes on down to you want to be able to make a change, get ready for a change, because there is so much money in this market. You want to make sure that you guys are getting yourself, fired on up here. All right. Whew. Guys, I'm getting a little energetic today. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it's Money Monday. I didn't see the Stock Twits crew again last week. So again, like it's a little different right now. I'm a little jacked on up here. Man, we got ourselves a big day, huh? We got ourselves a big opportunity here. IMCC, quick spike, quick dump. But man, there's a lot of buying volume. Let's see how the SPY's doing right now. The SPY at this time, 587. SPY's been a little bit of consolidation detail, right? So I want to see, is there any, is S&P 500, is this play, can we get on up towards the 600 plus area? Let's head on over to CNBC real quick, guys. Let's head on over to CNBC. Let's just get ourselves like a little update on what we have over in this market. Some headlines today. I always like to just read the headlines. China counters Trump's accusations, says U.S. undermining consensus. Stock futures slide as global trade tensions rise to start of the new month. Again, I don't really know why global trade tensions need to rise right now. Again, tariffs are on delay for probably another year, right? We remember last week, didn't we have like the Supreme Court basically say, hey, we can't have no more tariffs, right? And now, again, there has to be an appeal and all this, or federal court, not the Supreme Court. So why the stock market's holding, face of uncertainty, trade policy, treasury yields tick higher. China says they breached a trade deal. Stock futures slide as global trade tensions. So again, basically what we have here is new day, same story. Basically, again, we're flipping a page and the page is again reading the same exact thing as last time. Right now, team, we need some sort of something new. We need to see like some sort of deal made with China. We got to see some sort of new technology, maybe AI push. Like the thing is, last year, why did the stock market go crazy? Why did the stock market go on such a big spike last year? Why did the market in 2024 get this awesome climb? What was one of the leading reasons? One of the leading reasons was the AI hype, wasn't it, guys? NVIDIA, ChatGPT, semiconductors, chips, right? Like NVIDIA basically kept the market going every single day, kept the market going crazy. In 2024, you say the word AI, and AI was going absolutely ballistic. Hey, we're going to make AI chips. Awesome. We're buying your stock. Rips 102%. Hey, we're a furniture company, but we like AI too. Awesome. I'm buying your stock. Hey, over here, I like AI chips. Awesome. Me too. I'm buying the stock, right? It was AI craziness, frenziness. But I'm not saying AI is dead. It's not. NVIDIA is a good company, but I'm saying the craziness has died. The craziness of AI has died. We need something fresh in the AI world. We need some sort of robot walking around. We need a new kind of crazy update to ChatGPT. We need something new that's going to wow the world again. Because again, what wows the world? You know, sometimes we get into these hot, crazy trends. Back in 2020, it was the EV trend, electric vehicles. Tesla went crazy back in 2020. And basically anything that said the word about EVs, you would buy it and it would go crazy. Last year, you saw any press release about AI, it went crazy. In 2020, it was anything about EVs. You say EV, electric vehicle, you go crazy. Oh, hey, we're going to make electric vehicle batteries, you go crazy. Oh, again, we're going to partner with Tesla, you go crazy. That's what it was back in 2020. More around 2021, remember, that was more like crypto. That was more like Bitcoin. That was more like NFTs. You guys remember NFTs? That was kind of more of that. Then, of course, in 2022, the market fell. And in 2024, it was more about AI. So, the thing is, we haven't had anything just yet to take over the world over 2025 yet. We haven't seen anything take over the world as this is the hype word. This is the word that's going to make every single stock go crazy. So, hey, maybe it is going to be space exploration. Maybe it could be quantum computing. Maybe it could be whatever like that. But as of now, there's no hype word that's going to take over the market as of yet. All right. So want to make sure that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. As of now, the S&P 500, we are looking for that $600 break. Wanted to see if that buying volume is going to come on in here today. And obviously, we are getting ourselves absolutely fired on up and ready to rock and roll. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, from absolutely everyone, I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are motivated. I am going to be live every single day for the rest of this week. Not on StockTwits, unfortunately. I would love to, but just over on YouTube. And then, of course, we're getting ourselves ready for the broker announcement and then getting ready for large account trading starting next Monday. Large account trading starting next Monday. That is going to be insane. That is going to be incredible. And I cannot wait for that. But traders, That is going to be wrapping up my time here over on StockTwits, over on this Money Monday. I wanted to go into a lot of information, help you guys grow, help you guys learn. And again, I will be going live here today for the rest of the day over on my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys check it on out. We got a big broker announcement that everyone who's watching me will be able to get all the deals. And then next week, we do have our big account going, $30,000. We got a target to break $500,000, 521,000. Let's get ready to short. Let's get ready to go crazy. And let's get ready to take on this market the Sean Dekmar way, betting against these low float plays. Get excited and get ready to rock and roll. Guys, thank you so much. Smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't. I appreciate you. I'm going live over on my YouTube channels, but everyone enjoyed. Have a good one. StockTwits, thank you so much. And let's wrap this thing on up. You guys know it, baby. In 3, 2, 1. Ah! I love you. Thank you.